Hello, welcome back. Going to be continuing some of what I did on my last video. I was just watching back the playthrough because I wanted to make sure the video had sound and things of that nature. And I noticed the sound crept out right when I was talking about what it was to be a Christian. So I'd like to reiterate that, maybe put it together into a little more of a cohesive message. So there's just a couple Bible verses here that will explain it completely, hopefully. There's John 3:16, fairly a famous one. I'm looking at the NIV, so it may sound a little bit different than what the classic version most people have heard. But it says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life." I'd be very surprised if you have never heard that. But I thought it's important to include that because I hadn't mentioned that the first time, and it seems like common sense that most people would figure out, oh, you have to believe in Jesus to be a Christian. But in the event that anyone didn't get that information, there it is. Now, what I was trying to say when the video died on me was, here we're looking at Matthew chapter 22, verses 37 through 40. And it says, Jesus replied, this is Jesus' words. Jesus replied, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself." Then it goes on to say, all the law and the prophets hang on these two commandments. So, in the event that you've never heard that, well, that's where it is, straight out of the Bible. Now, while that is the basis of Christianity, I mean, you can always go and buy yourself a Bible. They're ridiculously cheap. They do not cost a lot. I think the cheapest one I've seen maybe is a couple bucks. I mean, I think you can get one on Amazon for maybe $5, unless they've raised the price. So, and you can always get yourself a Bible. Read what Jesus has to say. In the Bible, there is the New Testament, in case you don't. Like I said many times in the past, you weren't brought up in the church. Well, there's the New Testament. That's going to tell you about Jesus. The first 4 books in the New Testament are the Gospels, which are biographies of Jesus' life and contain an awful lot of what Jesus said. Trying to decide how I want to build this here. I want to go out this way a little bit to get down to this forest. I'm thinking about maybe weaving the path around. I don't know if I need to have one over here. Probably not. going back on what I was saying in my last video. There's a couple things I learned when God decided to bail me out of my predicament. I quickly learned a very important thing, and that thing was everything I had been doing in my life up to that point was wrong. I cared about myself primarily. Remember when I was in college, one of my fraternity brothers said to me, well, why shouldn't you be proud of what you've done? Or why shouldn't you, basically he was telling me to be entitled. And after God decided to save me, I quickly became a parent. That wasn't right. That maybe rather than mindlessly trying to advance myself, maybe I should help others. And that's the way I decided to go, and I have to say it's worked out a lot better than, meaninglessly trying to help myself. That's why I wrote the last, or I didn't write it, but I was kind of made the last video. Because, first and foremost, I thought maybe I could help someone who was struggling with something. I'm going to... I have an idea. I don't know if it's going to work. As far as how to build this. Let's see what we can do here. That didn't help. If I need proof that I really don't know how to play Minecraft, well, this is it. Alright. Yep, I really suck at this. Yeah, I was hoping that would work, but now I'm stuck down here. And that jump came up right underneath. could just water bucket and then swim down, place the blocks as I go, and that doesn't seem like that's gonna work for me, so I'll have to figure out something else. The other thing I want to do in the near future, or I'll do it right now, is set up that bookcase room a little bit. Now I need a lot of slabs. A lot of half slabs. I guess I'll start with 4. And I also need some barrels. And I think I need more slabs. I widened this a little bit, but I thought I would build this the same way I built my last bookcase room. Quickly became apparent that I used this in the chisel bookshelves. Before that, I was going to run out of space awfully quickly. So instead of doing that, I put 6 books in the bookshelf, and then you have kind of extra space in the bottom of a barrel. Fits in real nice. You don't have to worry about like how a chest would have to open. I mean, I'm sure everyone watching this knows how the barrels work at this point. I need to just put on there whatever it is. Probably want to have depth strider on one of these. Just put them there. I could even probably put them up on the bookshelf, I think. And then I keep the 2-level high. I do like to have the 2-level high because, well, basically because it stops Endermen from getting in. Seemed like a good idea at the time, and I don't really need more space. I mean, I suppose I could open it up if I really wanted to, but and I can travel through here just as fast. Just too high, even if I were doing the sprint jumping, that would. I can still do even that here, so I mean, that's not a problem. I think I probably want to change that sign to a birch sign at some point. I think it'd probably stand out a little bit better. And I do know where a birch forest is nearby. should come back and mine that iron at some point. And honestly, should probably be plenty of birch. Also, it's getting dark. Or, it's not getting dark yet, but the sun is going down, so might be a good idea to get back indoors. So anyway, I won't pester you about me making signs. I'm sure that does make a video. So, and this video is pretty long already, so just don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.